This may be the 25th anniversary season of the Pirelli World Challenge, which means a lot of history has gone before. But this weekend, it's all about something brand new.
Revs coming up, we're green!
Big move coming off the 3.
2, 3, 4 abreast in some spots.
Side-by-side action.
He absolutely nailed it.
Three-way battle.
And we've got an incident. You would expect nothing less.
Oh, clips the inside apex.
Very racy. This is going to get interesting.
That is a brave move. What a pass. This is what World Challenge is all about.
The Pirelli World Challenge may have waited until its 25th consecutive season to add a jewel to its crown, but it's doing that this weekend. Welcome to the Pirelli World Challenge at Barber Motorsports Park, presented by Recaro. Hi everybody, I'm Greg Kramer, and in just a minute I'll be heading up to the booth and joining my broadcast partner Calvin Fish, but first of all, we are finally at Barber Motorsports Park, an amazing facility, landscaped beautifully, but also a very challenging ribbon of tarmac that was originally designed as a motorcycle racing track. That means for the large fields and the big GT and GTS cars in particular of the Pirelli World Challenge, this is going to be challenging. Now this season, the news gets better and better. It was just announced that two monster names in motorsports in North America, Dyson Racing, and globally, Bentley Motor Cars, are coming together. They will be racing in the Pirelli World Challenge starting at Road America. This is awesome.
And Cal, you got to love hearing that.
Well, it's fantastic, Greg, to have one of the most iconic brands in motorsports history coming to the Pirelli World Challenge. Really makes a statement, and what a racetrack we have here. This is like the Augusta of motor racing.
Let's take a look at our schedule for the day. We're going to start with highlights from our 3 touring car divisions. Then we're going to move into our coverage of round 3 of the GT, GTA, and GTS. And then we'll wrap it up with coverage of round 4 for the GT divisions. We've talked about it. This is a new track. That's Andy Pilgrim. Nobody better to give us a look.
I'm Andy Pilgrim, and this is Cadillac Key Corners from Barber Motorsports Park. Turn 1, 4th gear, down from 6th gear. Through there, down to 3rd gear. Long right-hander here, long right-hander, turn 2 and turn 3. Exit, bit of a bump there on the exit. Real nice uphill here. Aim for the tower, you're blind coming over there. Turn 4, down the straightaway to turn 5. Heavy braking coming in turn 5. Downhill, get into the ABS, locking up brakes there. Tight, tight, tight corner, 3rd gear out of here. Use all the exit on the way out to make sure you get up to speed. Down this short straightaway, back straightaway here to turn 7. And turn 7 is really much faster than it looks. Right-hander, heavy brake, down to 4th gear. Turn in hard, brake again, downshift again. Use a bit of the curbing there, down to turn 8. Museum corner, awesome museum right there. Too quick to stop there though today. We got to run. Turn 9, turn 10, really cool fast chicane here, awesome place, really good. Come up and over the hill there, the front air gets under the front of the car, you always get pushed there. Down to turn 11, downhill, over the top of the hill. Fast left-hander in 5th, down to 4th gear, up through turn 12, up and over the hill here. It's not a corner, but it should be, people lose it there. Through 13, little gas here if we can. Heavy braking, tight, 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 decreasing radius, 14A. 15, left-hander on the straightaway, drops away here, very easy to get wipe out off the track. We're on the front straightaway, and that was your Cadillac Key Corners from Barber Motorsports Park.
And as always, a thanks to Andy Pilgrim. We talked about we're going to start off with a look at the highlights of the touring car divisions in TCB Mini. That one right there actually won the championship last year. They are back looking for more success, and the reason they have it, it's in their genes.
It's fantastic that Mini is involved with Pirelli World Challenge. We think it's a perfect series to demonstrate the performance of our cars from a handling as well as an acceleration point of view. But probably one of the most important things for us is just to showcase the quality of our engines, which is really key within the B-Spec Racing Series. We're extremely excited here in 2014 to be racing. We've partnered with Tyler Palmer, a young and talented racer. We come off a championship win from 2013. There's been a lot of things that we've changed with the Mini from the car that won in the 60s, be it technology, safety. Obviously the car's grown up a little bit, but there are a lot of things that we've kept unique and the same with this car, such as a relatively long wheelbase, very short overhangs front and rear, and this gives the car really fantastic handling going through the corners and allowing our drivers and the racers out there maintain speed through the corners, which is key within momentum racing, and that's really what B-Spec Racing is all about.
And Tyler Palmer gave that car a ride in the opening round of our touring car divisions. The highlights are coming up here. But interesting, Jason Saney in touring car put it on pole but didn't start there.
He didn't. He had a technical infraction that was discovered in post-qualifying tech, so he goes to the back. Expect some fireworks from him today.
That move, that Compass 360 Honda onto the pole, Michael DeMio's first ever, but the white Honda Civic of John Miller, Mr. Excitement from last year, slashed into the early lead from the new touring car A division. That blue and white Honda of Shea Holbrook went into the lead, but that black and white Mazda from Jason Cherry and the Breathless Performance team was absolutely chasing her throughout.
They traded the lead a number of times during this event, and it was a great battle to watch.
It was fantastic. Even traffic played into it. Holbrook able to get Cherry trapped for just a minute, but he was able to dive through. And this battle up at the front, Miller had that lead count, but it didn't last for the entire race.
Watch DeMio here, right down to the inside, slices it through there. Miller gives him good racing room, good clean racing.
And all three divisions during the course of this race had some superb racing for the lead. These two guys were at it hammer and tongue, and Jason Saney came up and joined them. But maybe the best battle was this one, as Brian Price in that patriotic liveried Honda Fit around the outside of pole sitter Johann Schwartz, and it was this close contact racing all day.
This was awesome. Through the 7-8 turn combination there you see them going at it, duking it out. Didn't trade any paint, but it was close.
And then Tyler Palmer in last year's championship winning Mini comes up to play as well. Couldn't quite get by Schwartz there, but he was not done yet either.
He wasn't. He keeps digging deep. He wants more from this race, and he gets another spot on the podium.
And as the checkers flew, was DeMille with his first win over a recovering Jason Saney and Adam Poland in a great run for third after Miller had a mechanical problem. In the new TCA category, Shea Holbrook held on for the win. It was that close over the young Jason Cherry, and in that TCB battle, it was fierce, but Brian Price in his first start brings it home for the win. Tyler Palmer, as Cal said, was able to slot through into second, and Johann Schwartz finished in third. As we take a look now at the results, DeMio, Saney, Poland, touring car A.
Shea Holbrook, she gets her second career victory. Jason Cherry second. Great run for Jason Wolf there.
And in TCB, Price, Palmer, and pole sitter Schwartz, who actually picked up a little push during the race, made it interesting for him. Now let's take a look at the points after this opening round of the championship in touring car. Mirrors how they finished, DeMio, Saney, and Poland.
In TCA, it's Holbrook on top right now.
And in TCB, of course, it is now Brian Price leading that championship. So that's a look back at our coverage of round one of the touring cars. Up next, GT, GTA, GTS. Stay with us. Today's coverage of the Pirelli World Challenge is being brought to you by Sunoco Race Fuels, fueling victories for 5 decades. By the Cadillac V-Series, the 556 horsepower CTS coupe, sedan, and wagon, the world's fastest family of cars. And by Pirelli. Power is nothing without control. This is the Pirelli World Challenge at Barber Motorsports Park, presented by Recaro, and that tells us that at any racetrack or in your high-performance car, there is one best seat in the house.
As Recaro, we're overly happy to be now with Pirelli World Challenge in the second year. We have a couple of launches with OEMs. We have a launch of a FIA approved racing shell, which has a fore-aft adjustment, so slider you call it. As Recaro, we're working with more or less all the OEMs at this very moment of time. And when you see the racing cars right here on this track, you can see a lot of Recaro shells being used, but you can also see a lot of cars driving around with Recaro seats. The Camaro just got launched a couple of months ago. We're now getting into the Z28, but especially we are an option as well on the Camaro SS and the Camaro ZL1. The new Mustang is going to be launched in the upcoming months, so we will be in the new Mustang as well as an option. We're very happy to be in that.